So this is my real world review of the Dji Osmo Pocket 3. I've taken it here to beautiful Morocco on the collective travel trip. This is literally the first time I'm using it in real life. So yes, literally first impressions, first look at it, and yes, see what we can get from so far. I like what we've been getting, but yeah, I'm taking it through its trials on this trip. So a lot of content to be taken. Now this camera has literally replaced my vlogging camera. I haven't even got my Sony. I had the Sony RX 100 Mark III. The focusing was actually very bad. It was actually so bad. Took ages to focus. It was always out of focus. Probably can see in some of them the focusing wasn't that great. But yeah, instantly, even when I tested it, like just in my house, in my room, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be my new vlogging camera. So this has replaced that. And yeah, so far I can't wait to color grade it. Right now I'm in D-Log M 4K 25. I do have the exposure in it's in a range, so it's from 50 to 800, so it will go, meaning it will go automatically between those ranges, so it won't go above 800, which I do like. I did shoot some low light stuff and it was very clean from what I can see on here last night, so I'm going to include some of that. But so far I'm definitely happy with this, and the colors focusing has been on point so far. One thing I do like off the rip is like this face tracking. Like I can literally move pretty far and it's tracking me, because usually when I do BTS from my shoots, I'll have like my old vlogging camera. I'll place it down and sometimes I'll just forget and then I'll move over there, and obviously I'm not in frame, so I have like 10 minutes of nothingness. But now I can be shooting and it'll be tracking me. So yeah, that's just off the bat, that's probably a nice feature. And if you don't want the face trap, tap it once and then done. But I feel like for vlogging, you kind of just need to hold it and you won't be out of frame. You don't have to worry about checking it, it's going to have you in frame. So I think that is a really nice feature. Now let's talk about the slow-mo on the Dji Osmo Pocket 3. I was actually blown away in post when I got the footage back and I slowed it down. This is slowed down by 50% and it is so smooth. I'm actually very shocked because I don't even use 60 or 50 FPS on my main camera on my Canon R6 because I just don't like, it's not smooth enough for me. It doesn't seem as slowed down, and that's why I only use 100 or 120 on my main camera. But this is buttery smooth, just exactly how I like my footage to come out, and it is extremely cinematic. This is coming all from a 1-inch sensor, which is insane to me. Now this is the 4K 120 mode. Obviously it's 100 because I shoot in PAL, because I'm in Europe. This is normal color mode, 5500K. Obviously this is kind of less customizable, you can't do much. You have to just take what obviously the camera gives you in this mode. I do wish in a software update, and I do hope it's a software update and not the whole next Dji Osmo 4 Pocket 4, that they give us an update where we can have log in the 120 mode, because believe me, I would be using this the whole time. It is buttery smooth. It's perfect for exactly what I want to use this camera for. As you can see, the colors are great, but obviously I would have loved to have the colors that was just in the previous clip, and just to be able to customize it to maybe match with my R6 when I mix in footage from both cameras. It would be great to have that flexibility. Now why I call this a real world review is because this is how I would use this camera to implement into my style of photography and video making. And I'm a travel photographer, mainly boudoir photographer, and I want to use this as not just a vlogging camera, but also for the cinematics and just for the simple use of it. So compact and small that it absolutely packs a punch. So this is the purposes that I would use it for. So if you're in a similar field as me, you shoot, you're shooting with models, you're shooting boudoir, you travel, this is the kind of lens I'm looking at this through, as to those kind of purposes. Now just some advice into making the footage a bit less digital, a bit less sharper, just to give a more natural look, especially if you want it to look a bit more cinematic. And what I've done for all the content that you're seeing, I've reduced the noise reduction by 1, and I've reduced the sharpness by 1. Obviously this was my first time ever using it, so I wouldn't have known, obviously reviewing the footage, of how it would come out. But I know some people, some other videos, they've reduced it by -2, and then the sharpness by -2 as well. I'm pretty happy with how it's come out, so I don't know if I would drop it again. But maybe a pro mist filter, one of the black mist filters from DJI, even if you left it as normal and you put that on, kind of will soften it a bit more. I do want to get a black mist, but they are sold out. They have been sold out for a while since I've gotten this from DJI. So DJI, if you're listening, I am in need of a black mist filter for my DJI Osmo Pocket 3. So it is midway through the Morocco trip. It is literally sunrise right now, because we're heading into town to hit some more town shots like fashion, hit up a few of the attractions. So yeah, obviously I'm going to take the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 with me. But as I could say, through midway through this trip, I barely used my R6 for the cinematics as I usually do. I need to remind myself to do some today, but this little thing is so much more convenient. It's stabilized, the gimbal, the spinning rotation shots you can get at the click of a button. You can get seriously creative with this, with literally just hand movements. You don't have to do too much. But yeah, so far I'm actually loving this camera. Obviously you'll be watching the finished product with the color grading and stuff like that, but so far from what I can see, the colors are great even with the D-Log. So the low light is ridiculous. So yeah, we're gonna have breakfast, get ready to get into town. So I've been literally using the Dji Osmo Pocket 3 for just over a week now, here in Morocco for the collective travel event. It's the first time I'm literally using it in the real world, so what you've been seeing is literally my first time using it. It's literally, it's taken my breath away. This is probably the most useful piece of gear that I've bought other aside than my actual main body, which is my Canon R6. This is probably one of the most important and useful little gadgets that I've used. I will not be using my old vlogging camera, which was one of the RX 100s by Sony. This is so much more useful between the gimbal, the 4K 120 with normal 4K 50, obviously 4K 24, 25p and what else, but the fact that you can do log on this camera, it's so customizable. It's portable, especially in places like Morocco. When you go to the Medina, which is in the old city, they don't really like cameras out there much at all. There's loads of signs saying no photography, no cameras. You can do your own kind of discreet filming with this little device and not raising the alarm bell. So it's literally perfect travel companion. I literally have done minimal cinematics with my Canon R6, so it's even kind of taken away from that. Obviously there'll be uses for my R6. Obviously I can't have a 135mm lens kind of background separation on this, obviously not. I feel like this definitely has its place. It's way more convenient, especially with the built-in effects with the kind of the spiral shot at 90 degrees or 180. Yeah, this camera has blown my mind away, and I haven't even edited any of the content. So as I'm recording this, I haven't reviewed any footage on my desktop back in London, but I can definitely say, yeah, this has literally been a game changer. And trust me, guys, the hype is definitely real. It's definitely worth it. I literally put a 128 gig in here, thinking, I turned it on when I put it in, it said 3 hours 40 or something, or 4K 25. I said, oh, more than enough. I'm not going to use all of that. That's overkill. Probably going to use about an hour, 2 hours max of footage. This is my last 5 minutes of space. That's how much I've used this device, the Osmo Pocket 3, on this trip. And so that's mental to me. Maybe because it's just the ease of use. Sometimes when I leave my camera in another part of this lovely resort we're in here in Morocco, I can't be bothered to go all the way there up the stairs to get my camera, but this has been in my pocket. Whip it out. Now I've got this same level of quality from this. Of course, it hasn't got the focal length. It does have a little zoom, but it does crop in zoom. It's not obviously optical, but it's just there. It's in my pocket. I can do it, and the quality is gonna be damn near the same. So yeah, and there's a lot of people on this trip right now. There's photographers, models, have seen me with it, seen what I can do, and said, I've ordered one. Woke up this morning, one of the photographers said, yeah, he ordered one just from seeing me use the Osmo Pocket 3. So definitely believe the hype. This has been an amazing experience being here as well in Morocco. This has just complemented it and put the cherry on top for me. So yeah, from now on you will definitely be seeing me using this a lot for literally all my vlogs now, paired with my Insta360 Go for my POV, maybe some cinematics from my R6. It's the dynamic trio. So yeah, I'm very happy with this purchase. But don't forget, guys, if you want to come travel, shoot in lovely locations like this, go to thecollectivetravel.com, find out when our next events are. All creators, all levels, with your beginner experience, doesn't matter. We'll have some workshops as well on the events, so you can learn from me and others on the team. Quality models, of course, so definitely check that out. Our next event is in Portugal with one of the best lineups that we've ever had. So yeah, check that out. Don't miss the next one.